Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it now and make sure to enable the bell notification icon as well as share my channel to your friends if you like it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to talk about line continuation, which is the fourth video from Snowflake stored procedure playlist. What is the use of line continuation in Snowflake? Why should we use this line continuation? In general, SQL statements can be quite long and it is not always practical to fit them on a single line. This is the one reason to use the line continuation in Snowflake. JavaScript treats a new line as the end of the statement. As I told you that we need to write a procedure by using the JavaScript language. In the JavaScript, this JavaScript treats a new line as the end of a statement. So if you want to split a long SQL statement across multiple lines, you can use the usual JavaScript techniques for handling long strings. They are, first one is the, you can use the backslash, or second one backticks, or accumulate the string. These are the three different options we can make use them to split a long SQL statement into multiple lines so that without affecting SQL statement will be executing. So if you see here, put a backslash option. This is the line continuation character immediately prior to the end of line. That means the moment if you want to split the line from that character, you have to put the, after that character you have to put the backslash symbol. So like this, and this is this example. Here we have splitted SQL statement to two lines. If you want to split more than two lines, then each end of the line you have to use the backslash. This is the one, and another one is the backticks, a single back quotes rather than double quotes around the string. Here, you know, instead of if you want to use the backslash, we have used the string entire our SQL statement, put the inside single quotes. But to use the back quotes, we should not use the single quotes. Instead of that, you directly put your entire SQL statement with any number of multiple lines. You just use the back quotes. So you have to put your SQL statement inside single back quotes or backticks. This is the symbol. So we have to keep your statement between these back quotes. This is the second option. And third one is the accumulating a string. So for example, if you see here statement, SQL statement, split it into four lines, but okay, each line accumulated with the whatever you have defined in the previous. Here first step I have defined select, placed this SQL query. Okay, it's not entire query, it is the first line where select column underscore 1 column underscore 2, and then here semicolon at end of the line, it is optional, you can keep it semicolon or not. Okay, to end the line in the JavaScript, but in SQL, yes, you have to keep the semicolon if you want to close your query. So SQL command plus equal to, this is the syntax to use the accumulate the string. Okay, now let's see same with demo. See here, to show you the these three options, I'm going to use the database demo DB and schema as the public and role as the public. So let me execute. So context has been set. If you see, go to the context button here, click on the context, then same thing, you can set here also, like demo DB and public. Okay, So this is okay, setting the context. Instead of doing this, you can also use the use keyword, database, use schema, and use row. So here to demonstrate the example, what I am going to do, I am creating one table with 3 columns. So 3 columns, and I am inserting 2 rows into table 1. I will show you the okay, after inserting the data. If you see here, 2 column. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to write a query, select star from the table. So here this query split it into 2 lines instead of 1 line. So this option, what I am using to do that, put a backslash line condition character. So now here I want to split the MySQL statement after star, so that after immediately you have to put the backslash. So that is the one option. Okay, let me compile this one. Just I'm not going to explain each and every procedure. So I will explain later. Okay, here I will just concentrate on how to use these 3 options. Okay, now procedure compiled. Now okay, here see, output is the like this. So 2 rows I've written in a string by using the new line carriage return. I've used that one. That is the how you can use the backslash with line continuation. Okay, now I'm going to show you the another option here. No, I'm going to create another table, table 2, with columns is in between column name we have a space. That's why we have to keep the double quotes over here. So this is the mandatory to create any database. Okay, so now here also I'm going to insert the 2 rows. Okay, if you see here our column name, if you keep a column names inside the double quotes, it is a case sensitive. Okay, so yeah, 2 columns, 2 rows have been inserted into the table 2. Now I am going to use the double quotes only with backtrack. Then what will happen? Okay, sir, backslash, by using the backslash before going to use the another option, I'm just using the backslash. So what is the disadvantage? I'm going to show you the what is the disadvantage of using the backslash when any table having a columns with space or something, multi-string or something like. Okay, now let me compile this one. So during the compilation we don't get any error. So function proc proc underscore lc to successfully created. Now let me execute the same procedure. Okay, what will happen? So now you see JavaScript compilation error, uncut syntax error, unexpected identifier in proc underscore lc to at where SQL command. This is because this is not a proper statement. Hence we cannot use the backtrack when we have a column names contains the spaces or multi names or something, call space one. Okay, like the customer name, customer space name, like this. Customer name. Now I want to column name like this. In this case we cannot use the this backslash option. So instead of that, what we do, so use the backticks, single back quotes, rather than the double quotes around the string. So here instead of using the you know uh, double quotes, you just use the backtracks. So backticks are back quotes. So let me compile this one, procedure 3, with the here same only, same. Okay, nothing, only instead of double quotes, starting with the double quotes and ending with the double quotes, and this I'm using the back quotes. So I compile. Now let me execute the procedure. See, now we see the expected, we got the expected output. Okay, this is the second. Now how to is the accumulating the string. So for that I'm creating the another procedure with previous table called table 1, where we didn't have the spaces, so that we can make use the single quote, so double quote, sorry. So here, I mean, if you see this command, I mean, SQL command is the string variable inside JavaScript. I've defined the SQL underscore command variable. With that SQL command, I am taking the first line. Okay, here this semicolon. Okay, select within the single quotes or double quotes. You can keep the double quotes or single quotes. I will tell you what is the problem if you use the single quote instead of double quote. So now this is the one statement. Okay, and the rest of the statement I'm keeping the another. So with that, plus equal to, so by using this syntax, we can concatenate the or accumulate the strings. Okay, in the form of multiple lines. Let make sure that the at the end of the each string, so you should keep the space, or else if you don't keep the space, I will show you the what error will come. Now let me run with this, and then we'll see the later. Okay, now function proc underscore lc4 successfully created. Please note that whether you are creating a procedure or a function, the compilation will always shows the function only, even though you are trying to compile the procedure, but internally it will store as a procedure only, as I explained in the previous video also. Okay, now let me execute this one. The output would be same only, see. Okay, now what I will do, suppose if you forget the keeping space before, you know, accumulating the data, then let me compile. So during the compilation we don't get any error. Now let me execute the same. Okay, see, so execution error in the stored procedure name, the SQL compilation error line what 1 at position 7, invalid identifier. So because there is no space between this and this, that's why it's not a proper or valid SQL statement. To avoid that one, either you have to keep space over here, or accumulating the next line you have to give the space over here. So that now let me I compile. Now let me execute this one. Okay, now expected, we see the expected output. Okay, you can enclose the double single quote also instead of using the double quotes. So with that, what problem when you use the, so in the previous examples I have showed the, I mean, started with after as keyword to write a JavaScript. I used the dollar dollar quote. So now instead of dollar dollar, I want to use the single quote. Now let me create a replace procedure and proc underscore lc5 return string JavaScript language as the JavaScript as here single quote. So let me create this procedure. Okay, syntax error hello. See syntax error unexpected hello. So it's in that case, in this case, what we have to do, I want to use the single quote only. So you have to escape character. So instead of single quote, one single quote, you have to use the two single quotes, so that you function successfully created. Now let me execute this procedure. Okay, hello. So this is the or string, whatever it may be, hello world. Okay, so instead of using the single quotes, so when you are instead of that, you can use the double quotes also. Okay, so that you don't need to specify the uh, you know two single quotes. Okay, yeah, you see the expected output. So out of three options, if you have a SQL statement, if you want to split your SQL statement more than, I mean, multiple lines, obviously our SQL, I mean, in any language SQL statement would be, I mean, more than one line. So you cannot keep, I mean, if you keep all the query in one line, and to see that query, yeah, I mean, you have to scroll to right it, which will be not suggestible. So that's why you need to put your query readable format. To do that, you need to split your query into multiple. So the best option in Snowflake is the, this is using the single backcodes, that is called backticks. This is the suggestible. I mean, it is easy to use this backtick, so that you no need to worry about your SQL query. You just at the end of your SQL query and beginning of your SQL statement, it could be a select statement, it could be a update, delete, DDL, whatever it may be. You just keep the, okay, single backquotes. Okay, between single backquotes you keep your SQL statement. That's all from this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to click on bell icon for the notifications. Please share it and like it. Thank you once again for watching my video.